Can Blokees finally make the ultimate Spider-Man model kit? Today, we're building and reviewing the brand new Spider-Man Brand New Day kit. Testing every joint, every accessory, and every detail to answer one question. Is this your next must-have collectible? Welcome to my channel, where we put great figures to the test. Let's build. So this is Blacky's take on the Spider-Man Brand New Day figure. So based from here, it is part of the champion class, 97 pieces. So he will be 15 centimeter, which I think is 6 inches. So this will be a 6-inch figure, but we all know that the overall proportion of the Blockies is too small next to Marble Legends. The side, another photo of the figure. The other side, it's Spider-Man Brand New Day. Bottom, some product legalese. The top, the figure in another pose. And then the back, again, it shows the fully built model kit in various action poses. Plus, okay, I'm glad that this figure actually has a base. That used to be an automatic when it comes to Blokees kit, but now, I don't know, there are in the Marble Rivals one, they don't have any base. So it seems like it's gonna have the basic alternative hands and webbing, which looks very familiar. I think that web effect is the same as the one they provided on the Marble Rivals Spider-Man. Anyway, that is it for the packaging, and let us open it up and see what is inside. So here's a close-up of all the runners. It seems like this is gonna be a simple build because there isn't really that much runners included in this kit. Some pre-cut and pre-painted parts, which actually what makes Blockies looks amazing. Before we start with the build, let us have a quick look at the manual. What I like about building model kits is that it actually gives me that opportunity to shut up my mind and actually focus more on the creative side of my brain, especially if you are someone whose job is more on the technical side, like analyticals or computing. And anyway, it's just one way of me to escape the stress of the day. So for me, when I build a model kit, it actually gives me an opportunity to relax and at the same time exercise the side of my brain, which is the more on the creative side. And it is really very surprising to see the magic of the a model kit being built, because it just starts from these different parts and suddenly when you put them together, it builds something amazing. I mean, just look at this one. Anyway, I know that most of you guys are here for the review of the fully built figure and not the full build. So Let us speed things up and see if Blokees actually did justice to this brand new day version of Spider-Man in action figure form.
Wake up, the city calls my name. Same old streets, a different game. Pieces scattered on the floor. Build it back and rise once more. Red and blue beneath the lights. Mask goes on, the timing's right. Every fall taught me to rise. Now I'm swinging through the night. I've been down, I've lost my way, but I'm still here to save the day. It's a brand new day. I'm flying over rooftops again. A brand new day. I'll rise no matter how it ends. I'll take the hit, I'll find a way. Get back up and face the pain. Here I come, I'm on my way. Swinging into a brand new day. Piece by piece it comes alive. Ready now to swing and fight. Friendly face, a dangerous town. Crack a joke when walls fall down. Trouble comes, I know the score. One more fight, then one fight more. No matter what tomorrow brings, I'll take the leap and start to swing. It's a brand new day. I'm flying over rooftops again. A brand new day. I'll rise no matter how it ends. I'll take the hit, I'll find a way. Get back up and face the pain. Here I come, I'm on my way. Swinging into a brand new day. One thread holds when hope feels thin. One more chance, begin again. Through every loss and every scar, I still remember who we are. It's a brand new day. I'm flying over rooftops again. A brand new day, and this is where it all begins. I'll take the hit, I'll find a way. Get back up and face the pain. Here I come, I'm on my way. Swinging into a brand new day. Brand new day. I'm on my way. I rise again. A brand new day.
Okay, after building the figure, I am no longer going to show the speed build of the base because this is pretty generic on all the black figure which had base. So I'm just going to build this base off camera. And what I actually want to point out is that after building the figure, there are some extra parts remaining. So these parts, I think this is an extra parts which is part of the tie. And I'm pretty sure I've checked everything. So these are extra. And then another thing, another interesting parts that are extra is this side of the head sculpt and this one, which is back of the head sculpt, which makes me wonder if they originally had a plan to give this figure an alternate head sculpt, but then suddenly changed because, yeah, after checking everything, these parts are in excess. So maybe that was the plan. Maybe they plan to give this figure an alternate head sculpt, but then suddenly they just changed their mind and, just didn't. Another thing that you might have noticed is that in the spilled build, I didn't show putting this here because this is actually one of the part that I had a hard time putting in behind the on camera during my build of the Marble Rivals Spider-Man. So I'm thinking if it will also be the same here. Okay, it wasn't. So it was actually easy an easy connection. I didn't have the same problem as in the Marble Rivals Spider-Man. So that's an improvement with Blokees. There's also an extra joint for the leg, the hands, and this neck peg. So in case you break it, at least you have one extra. Now for the main event, let us put everything together. Then the right hand. Okay, that's a very nice click. Okay. Then this one. Nice. Okay, Blocky's figures have always had an history of, especially the Darth Vader one, of this leg being hard to connect. Have they fixed that? Yep, this is actually pretty easy to connect. So they fixed that. Because the Star Wars Darth Vader, it was really a nightmare putting this together. So I guess that just shows that Blockies is actually improving on their technology. And man, this figure looks good. Okay, let's have a closer look. So here is our first look of the fully built figure with accessories and the base. The base, which is actually taller and bigger than him. Anyway, this is a generic Blockist base, so it's still good that at least they gave us one for posing the figure. But when it comes to accessories, he only comes with alternate hands and the web effect, which is the same web effect that we had from the Marble Rivals Spider-Man. Anyway, what this figure lacks in accessories, it actually makes up when it comes to the sculpt and detail of this figure. So let's have a closer look at Brand New Day Spider-Man. If you told me this was an SH Figure Arts figure, I'd honestly believe you. That's how impressive this Blokees Spider-Man Brand New Day model kit is. The engineering is exceptional. Every joint is designed to preserve the overall sculpt so articulation never ruins the figure's silhouette. The attention to detail is just as impressive. Beyond the iconic web pattern on the red sections of the suit, Blockies added a subtle texture to the blue area, giving the costume a premium, high-end finish. Even better, many of the costume details are actually sculpted into the plastic model instead of just, being painted, adding depth and realism that really makes this figure stand out. Blockis did a really good job with this figure. Let us check the articulation so we can look down that much, which is actually amazing. You can even look up a little, side to side. Yep. And then for the shoulder, there's that. Then this can actually do that. But the range is actually up to that. And just look at the joint. It's very clean. Even on the leg, like that is clean. Then here and waist rotation and and you can lean back that far, can lean forward that much, then side to side. There's a drop down here. Oops, I overdid it. Let me just do that again. Okay, there's a drop down which enables you to make him do the band dam 100%. You can kick forward that far, you can kick backward that far, so you can actually do complete split. And that, and then that, and toe articulation. So aside from the fact that this figure looks good, this articulation is actually pretty good as compared to actual action figures. Now for some size comparison. As what was stated in the box, he stands at 15 centimeters or 6 inches. And here he is next to Blokees, Marvel Rivals Spider-Man. Here he is next to Marvel Rivals Venom, which, yeah, I really think that Marvel Rivals Venom is too short. Now, Venom should have asked for this guy for some height because when it comes to Rocket Raccoon, he's just way out of scale. So, yeah, here he is next to Marble Rivals Rocket Raccoon. Now, these two are now the contender on my favorite Blokees Marble model kit. Which of these two is going to be the Kogoat? For a long time, it has been Moon Knight, but now that I've seen this Spider-Man Brand New Day, I don't know. I think Moon Knight's position as the GOAT may be in danger. So here he is next to Moon Knight. Now here he is next to the cutie pie Jeff the Land Shark, which finally Blokees was actually able to do this in a nice scale. I was actually really afraid that Jeff the Land Shark will be too big. So I believe this scale by Jeff is actually perfect for displaying next to the other Marvel Rivals figures. And again, just to answer the question, here is next to Marvel Legends Iron Man. Blokees is just, despite of the fact that Blokees is 6 inch, proportion-wise, the body proportion of Blokees is just too small. Blokees will scale well or scale better with SH Figure Arts because SH Figure Arts practically actually the real 1/12 scale. Because if you are still not aware, Marvel Legends are actually a little oversized for a 1/12 scale figure. Listen, if it's still not obvious, my final verdict with this figure is I love it. This is definitely one of Bloke's best releases. And if you're a fan of this costume of Spider-Man, definitely this is a must buy. Scale wise, I think right now you're gonna have to get used with Blokees. Scale, I guess they have a scale of their own, and as I said, this figure actually scales pretty well with SH Figure Arts. But if you want to mix him up with Marvel Legends, nah, he will not look good next to a Marvel Legend. But let's go back to this figure. This figure's sculpt and detail, definitely amazing. Blokees really did a good job in the engineering of this figure. Sculpt wise, articulation wise, definitely an A plus of a figure. So if you reached this part of my video, thanks a lot. If you like my video, please don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe. And as usual, guys, see you on the next one.